Good afternoon, and welcome to Perspectives, our weekly program dedicated to exploring complex societal issues. Today we delve into a deeply significant and often emotive topic. Should same-sex couples be allowed to adopt children? This question touches upon fundamental aspects of family, child welfare, and equality, and it's one that elicits a wide range of views. To help us navigate this important discussion, we are joined by two distinguished guests. Dr. Eleanor Vance, a renowned child psychologist who has extensively researched child development in diverse family structures, and Mr. David Miller, a respected social policy analyst who brings a wealth of experience in examining the societal implications of policy decisions. We will begin with opening statements from each of our guests, followed by a moderated discussion and rebuttal period, and conclude with closing remarks. We aim for a respectful and constructive dialogue, focusing on reasoned arguments and insights. Welcome to you both.
Thank you, Sarah. It's a privilege to be here to discuss such a critical issue. My position is straightforward. The paramount consideration in any adoption must always be the well-being and best interests of the child. When we approach this question from that perspective, the evidence becomes overwhelmingly clear. Decades of rigorous, peer-reviewed research from major professional associations, including the American Academy of Pediatrics and the American Psychological Association, consistently demonstrate that children with gay or lesbian parents fare just as well as those raised by heterosexual parents. These studies assess a wide array of outcomes: psychological adjustment, academic performance, social functioning, and overall well-being. The findings are robust. There are no discernible differences that can be attributed to the parent's sexual orientation. Furthermore, we must acknowledge the pressing reality that countless children are currently within the care system, awaiting stable, loving, and permanent homes. These are children who desperately need the security and support that a dedicated family can provide. To deny a whole category of capable and willing adults the opportunity to provide these homes, based solely on their sexual orientation, is not only discriminatory, but also detrimental to the children who remain in care. Parenting capacity is not determined by sexual orientation, gender identity, or marital status. It is determined by an individual's ability to offer love, patience, stability, and financial security. These are the essential ingredients for a healthy upbringing, and same-sex couples are just as capable of providing them as anyone else. Ultimately, policies should support the formation of families that can offer children these fundamental needs, irrespective of the gender composition of the parents. Focusing on love, stability, and support ensures we prioritize what truly matters for a child's development.
Thank you, Sarah and Dr. Vance. I appreciate the opportunity to contribute to this important discussion. I want to begin by stating clearly that the need for loving homes for children is undeniable, and I share the concern for children awaiting adoption. However, when we consider the question of adoption by same-sex couples, there are significant societal and policy considerations that I believe warrant careful and thorough examination. For centuries, across diverse cultures, the traditional understanding of family has centered on a structure involving both a mother and a father. This model is often perceived to offer distinct and complementary contributions to a child's development, particularly regarding gender role modeling and the provision of diverse perspectives inherent in having both male and female parental figures. While I acknowledge research highlighted by Dr. Vance, some studies are relatively recent in the grand scheme of societal structures, and questions remain for some about the long-term, multi-generational societal impacts of redefining family structures and policy. Furthermore, we must consider the social environment in which these children will be raised. While societal attitudes are evolving, children adopted by same-sex couples may, in some communities or circumstances, face unique social challenges or even stigma. It is a valid question whether our current societal structures and support systems are fully equipped to navigate these potential complexities and ensure these children are shielded from undue difficulty. From a policy perspective, there's an argument to be made for caution, prioritizing what has been widely considered the ideal or time-tested environment for raising children, while simultaneously exploring and supporting other avenues to ensure child welfare for all children in need. This isn't about questioning the love or commitment of any individual, but rather about a broader societal deliberation on family structure and its implications. We must consider these long-term societal implications and respect the deeply held perspectives of those who maintain different views on what constitutes the optimal family structure for child rearing from a policy standpoint.
Thank you both for your opening statements. Dr. Vance, Mr. Miller raised concerns about gender role modeling and the traditional mother-father dynamic. How would you respond to the argument that children benefit from having both a male and female parental figure?
That's a common concern, but research consistently shows parenting quality, love, patience, stability is key, not parental gender. Children thrive on care quality. Numerous studies demonstrate children with same-sex parents achieve similar psychological and social outcomes. They access diverse role models through their community and extended family. Regarding potential stigma, our focus must be on fostering societal acceptance, not limiting loving homes. Children in supportive, loving homes demonstrate remarkable resilience. The essential factor is a stable, loving environment, which same-sex couples are equally capable of providing.
Thank you, Dr. Vance. Mr. Miller, Dr. Vance highlighted extensive research showing no adverse effects on children raised by same-sex parents and emphasized that parenting skills are not tied to gender. How do you weigh this body of research against the traditional views of family structure you discussed?
I acknowledge the research, and love and stability are vital. However, the traditional family model, with a mother and father, has been a societal cornerstone, often seen as providing unique, complementary influences. This structure is often considered particularly beneficial for aspects like gender identity development. While current studies are valuable, some argue they might not capture all subtle, long-term societal effects. Therefore, from a policy perspective, caution is often advised when societal norms evolve, ensuring we understand implications of shifting from established structures.
Let's turn to the legal and rights aspects. Dr. Vance, what are the core arguments for why denying adoption to same-sex couples could be seen as discriminatory, and what are the impacts on children awaiting homes?
Denying adoption based on sexual orientation is discriminatory. It judges fitness on an irrelevant trait. If a couple meets all criteria, their gender shouldn't be a barrier. This harms children by shrinking the pool of qualified homes. Many children need permanency. Excluding capable parents prolongs their wait and can hinder development. It also sends a damaging message that same-sex families are inferior. Equality demands that all who can provide a safe, nurturing home have the opportunity to adopt.
Mr. Miller, how does a policy analyst balance the principle of non-discrimination with the societal considerations and traditional views you've articulated, especially when it concerns an institution like adoption?
It's a complex balance. Non-discrimination is vital. Yet, policy also considers the state's role in shaping institutions like adoption to reflect societal values and promote child welfare and stability. The argument isn't that same-sex couples lack love, but that policy might preferentially support the mother-father model, seen by many as having a unique, time-tested societal function. This leads to debates on whether all family structures should be treated identically by policy, or if distinctions can be made based on perceived societal contributions without devaluing individuals. In closing, my concerns stem from a desire for careful consideration of societal structures and their long-term impact on child welfare from a policy perspective. The traditional family, with a mother and father, has historically been seen as foundational for social stability and child rearing, offering what many believe are unique developmental advantages and complementary parenting roles. While societal views evolve and love exists in many forms, public policy must be prudent regarding changes to fundamental institutions. There's a valid concern about unforeseen long-term consequences when departing from norms that have long been in place, and policy should reflect this caution. This position isn't about denying the love any individual can offer, but emphasizing that the structure providing that love also matters from a policy standpoint that considers overall child and societal well-being. It's about balancing individual desires with broader societal considerations. I advocate for a cautious approach, continued respectful dialogue, and prioritizing what offers the most comprehensive support and stability for children within our societal framework, ensuring we fully understand all implications.
In closing, I urge us to focus on the core principle, the immediate and pressing needs of children awaiting loving homes. For these children, debates about family structures are secondary to their urgent need for stability and affection. The evidence is clear. Decades of research show children with same-sex parents thrive, as healthy and well-adjusted as their peers. Parenting ability hinges on love, commitment, and resources, qualities not exclusive to any gender or sexual orientation. To deny capable same-sex couples the right to adopt is discriminatory and harms children by limiting their options for a permanent family. Focusing on the child's best interests means moving beyond outdated prejudices. An ethical society ensures all who can provide a nurturing environment are eligible to adopt. I hope for a future where all loving families are valued, and every child can grow up in a secure home, regardless of their parents' gender. It's about ensuring no child is left behind.
Thank you, Dr. Vance, and thank you, Mr. Miller, for this insightful and respectful discussion on such a significant issue. We've heard compelling arguments focusing on child welfare, equality, traditional values, and policy considerations. We encourage our audience to reflect on these diverse perspectives and form their own informed opinions. That concludes this edition of